Hey guys, Tess here from www.itsyourtherapy.com, where it's your therapy and your life, and I am all about empowering you to do just that, living your best life now. So we are here to talk about DBT Skills, self-soothing. So I also have other trainings such as EMDR, eye movement desensitization reprocessing, and some other mental health counseling stuff that I learned along the way that could help you with self-soothing. So basically what self-soothing is using your five senses. So that's what you can see, your eyes, what you can smell, what you can hear, what you can taste, and what you can touch. So using these five senses to really ground yourself in the moment and stay present, which also in DBT or dialectical behavioral therapy is referred to as mindfulness. So let's get right into it. The first technique I would like to teach you is how to use your five senses in a moment of either wanting to experience the moment more and be mindful, or when you're feeling distressed about something. So the first thing is just going through the five senses. What can I see? What can I hear? What can I smell? What can I taste? And what could I touch? So let's try it right now. Let's say you want to do this in your office, but you aren't really in the present moment. So you say, what can I see? So you notice something around your room, and that could be a lamp. And then you want to notice, what can I smell? If you don't smell anything, maybe you could light a candle or put on a wax warmer or put on some perfume or cologne or something that you can smell. Some people use like limes or lemons or oranges, some kind of citrus fruit they can sniff, and that is something that is easily transportable, so you can keep it in your car, obviously not for days, but for a little while. And you can also keep it in your pocket or in a bag or backpack. It's something that is accessible even in your desk drawer. Other people use familiar smells, like putting their like mom or boyfriend's cologne or something on a piece of fabric and then smelling that. It depends on how long that will last. There are fabrics that keep the smells longer, but if you really drench that fabric in those smells and it's a smell that reminds you of someone that is close to you or you feel comfortable with, that's a really great thing to do, especially maybe if you have some attachment issues, meaning that when you're away from your figure in your life that seems to be grounding for you, that you have something that resembles them. So this could also be a picture, and that's something that you can see. Looking at cat videos or funny dog videos, if you're a dog person, looking at funny videos online are definitely another great way of entertainment and using your vision to change the state that you want to be more in at the moment. Hearing, what can you hear? There are several ways that you can use hearing, and that is, what do you hear? Maybe you're outside and you're listening to nature. Maybe you can turn on a white noise sound or sounds of nature. They have the little things in Amazon that you can get for like $20 or so, and they range obviously in price, and you can listen to that, or you can just go on YouTube, and I'm sure there's something on YouTube that you can just look up animal noises or look up nature noises or rain or, soothing music, delta waves for sleep, or alpha waves, study music for learning, or just being, in a kind of calmer state during the day. I listen to study music or alpha wave music while I'm typing and doing a bunch of things I need to do for work, and I do find it's very soothing because it is something that is playing in the background and it is working on a cellular level while I'm doing my work. Another thing for hearing is music. Any kind of music. Any kind of music that you like is a great option. Maybe you like to listen to heavy metal. Maybe you like to listen to meditation music. Whatever your forte, whatever the genre or interest that you're interested in at the time is going to be beneficial. Another thing you can do is do like a playlist. Maybe you feel like you need a playlist for your recent breakup, or maybe you broke up with somebody in the past, and listening to certain songs kind of make that alive for you and allows you to keep processing that grief, or it allows you to kind of reminisce about the good old days any kind of music that gets you into the kind of state that you want to be in is the music to play at that time. If it's going to trigger you to have addictive behaviors or feel bad about yourself in any way, obviously that's not a good choice. Using taste is another option. So when you are tasting something, it could be like a piece of candy. I do a lot of sugar-free candy, which I try to limit the amount of sugar-free candy that I do consume, because sugar-free candy can also has the alcohols in it, so it's not that healthy for you. It can have side effects, so I limit that. Also, you can do like little dum-dum suckers. They're like 10 calories for one little sucker and a lot of taste, and can be soothing, and sometimes even bring you back to childhood because you're, sucking on a popsicle sucker. And the oral fixation in itself is also very soothing. So tasting something like that, mint is really, really good. Also clears your sinuses. Tea, making up some tea, coffee, obviously, and that also helps you to feel less hungry, because oftentimes when we get stressed out, we feel more hungry or less hungry. But if we tend to overeat, taste is not one of those best ways to self-soothe. So I'm not suggesting that you eat, but tasting something like tea, like mint, gum, like candies, and limiting how much candy, or like one piece of chocolate or something, if you don't feel addicted after you have that one bite of sugar, is healthy. Or maybe you really are hungry and you need a wholesome meal, and that's okay too. But if we're using this as a self-soothing technique, then we want to use things for taste that are not going to make us binge. We want to make sure that it's a mindfulness-based experience. You're actually taking it in. Maybe you're even smelling what you're tasting, but you're enjoying the experience itself. So it's not so much that you want to supplement one addiction for another, for example, or just eat when you feel stressed. That's definitely not what I'm recommending here. And the next one would be touch. So if you feel like the wind on your skin, or feeling like something in the environment that has some texture or makes you feel grounded, maybe you just feeling on yourself, like being more connected to your own body or your hair. Like people do this when they're nervous, they're like playing with their hair. I play with my earrings, like when I'm thinking, or like my earlobes or something. And this also has some kind of like meridian. I'm not really sure what it is, but when you're touching your earlobe like this, it does like help process things. It might mean that you're nervous, but it's also supposedly some kind of subconscious way of processing through things in an easier way. Okay, I took my hair down because it was bothering my head. Anyway, so the last thing is, if you cannot, go outside or do something opposing the actual state that you want to be in, like if you're sad and you want to be happy, or if you're happy and you need to experience sadness to grieve something or get through something or feel your feelings, then what I recommend is doing a mindfulness-based exercise, and I will take you through one. I'm going to upload a video next week on how to do that and really take yourself through this 5 senses exercise. There's multiple ones, and I do want to do more, so if that's something you're interested in, please reply. I am interested, and I will do my best to continue those if that is what you guys want to see. The other thing is, if you are in the present, then you can use all 5 senses. So the mind cannot tell what is real or imagined. You are giving it that information, and how you do that is by the receptors in your brain going, oh, I'm here, I'm in the present, this is what I'm noticing in my environment, this is the depth perception that I'm having. But if you've ever thought of a memory from your childhood, or you've smelt something and it's taken you back to the day when you were in 8th grade on the dance floor, or your first kiss, if you remember those type of memories, and maybe you're thinking of one now, like, when was my first kiss? Or when was my first dance? Or, when was the last time I smelled something and it took me right back to that time and place that I smelled that thing, like apple pie or pumpkin pie, and my mom's, Thanksgiving dinner, or my grandmother's, first time she ever gave me a cheese roll with crackers, or whatever. You can think about that memory, and it feels like you're actually there. The longer you think about it, the longer your brain solidifies that is where you are, and you can meditate in a way where you have the physiological response. So just thinking of that memory is going to have a physiological response in your body. It's going to give you emotion, and the emotion's going to settle somewhere in your body, and you're going to feel that. Maybe you've thought of a time when you got really angry or yelled at somebody and what that felt like in your body, and you can feel your body having those exact experiences, like clenching your fists and jaw and your face getting red, and you're feeling like you want to run or fight somebody. If that's the memory, and then the physiological response follows, you will feel that in the now, even though it happened way back then. So the point of telling you this is that meditation really does work, and you can visualize and get yourself into the zone and experience whatever you want to experience. It doesn't have to be a random memory. You can take control of that by making your own memories and putting yourself in different places that you feel safe and secure, and utilizing that technique to help you feel calm in moments that you need to feel calm, and training your brain to relax at will when you need it to relax, and also heal your brain from years of having anxiety or having distressing memories that are coming up for you, or traumatic experiences. This is a great technique to use for those of you that experience that, or just basically want to feel more in control of your life and experience what you want to experience. Train your brain to experience what you want to experience. So that'll be my next video, so stay tuned, and hope this was productive for you and that you got something from it, and we will see you next time.